Welcome to... On tonight's Clubhouse Live, Josh Jones welcomes Packers defensive tackle Kenny Clark. It was a Sunday stinker. We'll talk about it with the guys. You don't want to miss this week's Clubhouse Live challenge. Plus, we're giving away an ultimate tailgate party and tickets to the Gridiron Glory exhibit at the History Museum at the Castle. You gotta be here to win, so let's open the doors!
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Clubhouse Sports Pub Grill here inside the Paper Valley Hotel in downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. I am Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin. How's everybody feeling tonight? All right. A lot of energy. The sky did not fall, people, so just relax out there, right, as a certain quarterback said. But let's get this show going. First things first, I want to give a shout-out to our door openers tonight. Give it up for Gavin, Nolan, and Michael, all from Appleton. Making sure the guys got in here safe and sound. So thank you, fellas. We appreciate that very much. And I've got to do it. I hate to do it. I hate to do this, but the bosses tell me I have to. It's when I have to introduce the other co-host, Chicago Bears fan,
yes.
Ricardo Arguello.
How's everyone doing? Yeah, give me them boos. Everyone seems so tired. Why is that, Brett?
Why are you so smug today?
I'm just chilling. How's my team's doing well? How's your team doing?
They have the same number of losses as the Bears, right?
Well, I guess you could look at it that way. I'm a happy guy.
Week 3, they barely beat the Cardinals, Ricardo.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they got some things to work on.
Be proud of that. Be proud of that. Yeah,
right.
your quarterback looks really good, by the way. Hey, we've got a lot to talk about. We'll get back to you in a moment. But how about Redskins 31, Packers 17, right? That's not good, is it? It wasn't a good day. It was a tough day at the office for the guys in green and gold. The defense struggled during a tough, rough first half. The offense struggled to find a rhythm, and I would say the officials struggled again, too. What do you guys think? That's a hot topic.
I agree with that, yep.
Far too many mistakes to overcome Alex Smith, Adrian Peterson, and the Redskins. It all added up to the Packers' first setback of the season, but they're going to look to bounce back this Sunday when the Bills come to town at Lambeau Field. So I hate to do it, but he's back. It's Mad Vince. He hates losing, everybody. Mad Vince is here. He's scowling at the officials right now,
No one likes to see Mad Vince.
Mad Mike McCarthy yesterday. Holy smokes. We'll talk about that in a second. But Vince is always happy because his boys are here, and it starts with our co-host. It's Green Bay Packers safety and Spurs fan, Josh Jones. He's right there. Go Spurs, go. Cares about those Bucks anyway, not me.
That deserves boos. He's a Spurs
doesn't.
fan.
And look who's hanging out with Josh tonight. It's Packers nose tackle, Kenny Clark. He's right there. First things first, though, a big thank you to our presenting sponsor, Shopko, the official hometown store of the Green Bay Packers. Again, Shopko is celebrating kids who are making a positive impact in their communities and beyond through its Kids Making a Difference program, in which 10 kids this season, young leaders between the ages of 6 and 12, will serve as Shopko's kickoff kid at Lambeau Field. For more information about Kids Making a Difference or to sign up to be a 2019 Shopko kickoff kid, go to shopko.com/kickoffkid. So, Ricardo, make yourself useful.
Yes.
And tell everybody how the show works.
Well, this is an interactive show, so we invite your comments and questions to our live chat, which can be found online next to our video viewer. Margaret Notchik right here next to me, she's monitoring that chat. She'll relay those comments and questions right over to you, BC.
Yes, hashtag as always, Clubhouse. Give us a like, facebook.com/Clubhouse Live, and give us a follow on Twitter. I'm at PC Brett C. Margaret is at M Notchek. That's Naczek. Ricardo, we're not going to give you a Twitter handle.
PC
blah,
Ricardo.
blah, blah, blah. Josh Jones is at Josh Jones 11 _, and Kenny is at Casey Bout That Life. All right, that's hard to say, but I said it. Now, we have the Bears welcome mat on the stage tonight to kick the ugliest logo in pro sports tonight. So maybe the guys can stomp their feet all over that when they come onto the stage. But let's get our co-host up here. He's in his second NFL season, both with the Packers, is in the first of many, many seasons as our Clubhouse Live co-host. He needs to get back on that field too, and he needs a Clubhouse Live nickname, right? We got to figure that out. Give it up for Green Bay Packers safety number 27, Josh Jones, the Pink Panther. There's some more like Pink Panther type music for him. Josh Jones is here. Good to see you. Good to be back, and I'm glad to see you representing the greatest franchise besides the Green Bay Packers in professional sports in the San Antonio Spurs. Yes, thank you. Yes, go Spurs, go.
I'm not really a Spurs fan, though.
What?
I'm a Warriors fan. I just got this hat on because I have many hats, and this one looked pretty cool today, so I decided to put it on.
I like it. You should give it to me.
Sorry to rain on your parade, but
you know what? You and I should hang out and go to a Spurs-Bucks game together. What do you think? You and I should hang out.
Nah.
Why?
He's got practice.
Just talk to Ty. We always hung out.
Well, you know, I got a lot of priorities to handle before I hang out with you.
I'm not a.
Whoa!
I'm not a priority in your life.
You know.
I'm not a priority, apparently. That's going to change by the end of the season. You watch, Ricardo.
All right.
Me and Josh are going to be like this, 2 peas in a pod. So it was your birthday this past Thursday. We celebrated it here last Monday.
All right.
Had a birthday cake for you. Yeah, happy birthday to Josh.
Appreciate that.
Happy 24th. Yeah, give him a round of applause. What was the best birthday gift Josh Jones received?
You know what, man? I stopped. I know this is probably sound kind of bad, but I stopped really not celebrating my birthday. But it's just, to me, it's just like another day. I don't know. That's how I think of a birthday now. You know, I try to live every day like it's my birthday. You know. But as far as birthday goes, I stopped getting presents, man, years ago. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like that. I'm the same way. Birthday's not a big deal.
Now, Christmas is a different story. You know what I'm saying? That's a different story.
That's coming. That's coming soon, in a few months. But I'm with you. Birthdays, I think, are a little overrated.
Yeah, a little bit.
But Ricardo, we know some people that actually take off of work to celebrate their birthdays. Come on, you know.
That's kind of lame.
It is a lame. So is being a Bears fan. Josh, you sat here last week. You told us you were going to be on the field. Where are we at this week with everything?
Listen, man, you know, I had the same thought as you, you know, that I was going to be back. But obviously, you know, just wanted to be, it was just all about, you know, assurance, you know, not playing for 2 weeks, you know, just being completely ready. And obviously I wasn't completely ready, but I will be.
You completely ready coming up. How does he feel? You feel really good about this Sunday?
I feel good. You know, we just go through this week and see how it goes.
Now listen, I know again as part of my job as co-host, I need to stalk you now, and I'm all over your Twitter account, and I see that you tweeted last night, quote, "I just wanna, not want to, but wanna play ball, please." Is that too much to ask for? And then you had a frown face emoji, right? Come on, he just wants to play ball. Is this frustrating?
I mean, it is, you know, but like I said, like I tweeted after, man, you just got to control the controllables. You know, it's just a lot of things that play into certain things, you know, but, you know, I still walk around with my head up, but, you know, I'm going to control what I can control, and, you know, and that's continue to go through my, you know, whatever that is and try to get back on the field.
Now, when you do get back on the field, what are you going to bring to that defense? What can fans expect to see when number 27 is finally back on the field? Tell everybody.
I mean, I'm just trying to, whatever position they, you know, have me playing, you know, whatever package that may be, I don't know. So, I mean, I'm just trying to, you know, bring that energy, you know, bring that juice and swagger to the defense, you know, to help us, you know, get where we need to be.
Yeah, how about that? I want to see a little juice, a little swagger to that defense. What are you doing? I was going to ask you this last week. What are you doing to keep mentally sharp as you're learning? It's still a new defensive system. You're not out there, but you still got to have the mental reps.
Right. I mean, just by paying attention in meetings. You know, I mean, I still take notes. You know, like I'm playing. I mean, so as far as that, you know, I'm pretty, you know, up to date with the playbook and everything. You know, taking mental reps, you know, is important. You know, while I'm not in there, but so yeah, it's going pretty good.
So today's always a tough day, right? Coming off of a loss, Monday's never fun at the office.
Right.
What was going on today? You kind of brace for these, kind of cringe. You just dread going in Monday mornings. I guess how did it go today?
I mean, a lot of who wants to go in after a loss? You know what I'm saying? That's it's you just I don't know, man. But you gotta suck it up, man, and get back in there and get the corrections going. Just take it as a learning tool, you know what I'm saying? Just everybody just try to get better.
So take us into the classroom. Is there a lot of yelling and kicking and screaming and throwing chairs and punching walls, or is it a little bit more calm than that?
I mean, it's calm. You know what, man? It's still early in the season. You know, I mean, we're only in September still. I mean, we got a lot of football left. So I mean, it's just a lot of corrections. You know, it's not any yelling and screaming, you know, like that. Just a lot of, correcting football and just trying to get better as a whole.
How do you see this? It's been a weird season, and we'll talk about that when Kenny gets up here in a little bit too. But some strange adversity, different ways. I mean, so how do you see this maybe benefiting the team long term? Right? I mean, can you take what's going on right now and use it as a spark and something that's going to pay off down the stretch when you're making a playoff chase?
I mean, obviously, as far as the first 2 weeks, were close games. Obviously, so. And, we hung on to those, obviously not the Minnesota game because we didn't win or lose, but obviously that showed, what type of team we are as far as like when when something goes wrong, we're able to, hang in there. These guys have heart, and this is a week, it's just a sloppy week, for us, but I don't know if the weather played a factor into it. I don't know. But I mean, overall, it's just sloppy. So. I mean, we just got to pick it up this week, and that's it. That's the game. That's the game of football in NFL. It's hard to win in this league. I don't care who you is. I don't care if you're 3-0, 0-3, whatever, man. It's just hard to win in this league.
Hard to win in this league, so especially since it's such a week-to-week league now. It's unbelievable, right. Especially what we saw last week. Last question, Ricardo, and then I'll get you your audience question, but. Josh, you're on social media. I know you're big into Instagram. We got to get you more into Twitter so I can follow you on Twitter more. There's a lot of anxious and angry and upset Packer fans. They're treating Sunday's loss as it's DEFCON 1 right now. Yeah. It's about ready just to blow up. The season's over, right? The season's over. What is your message to those people?
I mean, just hang on, just hang on. That's all I got to say, Like I said last week, don't get too high on the highs and too low on the lows. And, just stay even keel. And once you do that, good things will happen.
Come on, tell the truth. You guys are reading these tweets and it's just kind of rolling your eyes and just saying, these are kind of a bunch of knuckleheads out there sometimes, right?
You know what? I get on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? I see the things that are written sometimes, but it don't too much affect me, you know what I'm saying? Because I know not too many people on there are experts, half the people never played the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, experts, it's just like, whatever. But I mean, it's a lot of, people out there saying certain things. I know you can't feed into that. Especially after a loss. Just can't feed into it.
Yeah, people need to calm down. Ricardo, you know all about the Twitter GMs out there, right?
Meatballs.
The Monday morning quarterbacking.
They're the meatball contingent of every fan base.
Well, yeah, absolutely, especially the Bears. And I'm looking at one right now.
I know that.
I'm looking at one right now. But you have our first audience question.
I do.
Tonight.
This is Terry from Menasha. Terry, your question for Josh.
How did you feel when you saw Mike McCarthy's reaction to the flag against Clay Matthews?
No, you know what? I didn't see it while I was on the sideline, but I saw it, this morning on ESPN. It was funny. I felt like the guy was running. He didn't want to know any parts of that. He was backing up. So it was funny. I found it funny. But yeah.
You know what would have been really funny? Thanks for the question. We appreciate it. Is if Mike McCarthy in film study today would have just been going back and forth watching himself running up and down the sideline. He looked a little bit athletic there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He could move a little bit. You ever seen Mike that mad?
Nah. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the nature of a head coach. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's not gonna be nice all the time.
No, Mike. I wouldn't say Mike McCarthy's the Mr. Warmth, Ricardo. That's for sure. Let's take a timeout. Let's do our Concrete Cutters stat pack. Concrete Cutters Incorporated has been serving our communities for over 38 years. Call them for all your sawing and coring needs. Now check this out, Josh, Kenny, and Ricardo. I don't know if you've heard this stat. It's an incredible stat. The Packers have yet to win a game this season when an official whistles them for a bogus roughing the passer penalty. Did you know that? Oh, that one went right over everybody's head. Wow, do you hear that? Okay, everybody. Let's go to a real stat then. Oh, my gosh. The Packers' last meeting against the Redskins was a 42-24 loss at FedEx Field in 2016. The Packers, if you remember, ran the table from there. Do you guys remember that one? Thank you. They won their next 8 games to advance to the NFC Championship game. A certain quarterback said, "I think we can run the table." They did. Unfortunately, they one step short of the Super Bowl. But perhaps Josh Jones' history will repeat itself.
Yes.
We'll see. Maybe they run the table. Ricardo, that was apparently a pretty poor joke on my part that everybody just stood stone-faced at me.
I know. Don't let it get you down, though, man. You know,
that was almost like the Martellus Bennett joke. That was a pretty good one last year.
Yes, keep your chin up.
Part of the stat
keep your chin up.
I'll do my best. Hey, we're doing trivia questions. How's that work tonight?
First off, here are the rules. We'll ask the question. If you think you know the answer, you got to raise your hand. Please don't shout it out. If you're correct, you win what, Brett?
Pizza and beer right here at the clubhouse.
That's right. That's a barley and hops kind. I know there's some kids here. It's not root beer. It's the real stuff, all right? So you guys will be 21 or older to win. Once you win, though, you're out for the rest of the show. And sorry, live chatters, you got to be here to win. But Margaret Notchick will be handling our online trivia contest.
All right, so I'm asking the first one. Ricardo, Josh, you're looking at the crowd. Let's see who raises his or her hand first. Who leads the Packers this season in touchdowns? Pretty easy one, right? Who do we see?
8.
Devontae?
Devontae Adams is correct. He gets the bell. Come on up.
That's A-Rod, Cal A-Rod.
Is that an Cal Aaron Rodgers jersey? It looks like it, number 8 from back in the day. But yeah, Devontae Adams, the wide receiver, has 3 touchdown catches on the year and has caught a TD pass. Check this out, in 5 straight regular season games dating back to the 2017 season. How about Devontae so far this season? Playing good ball.
Yeah.
All right, should we get the big fella onto the stage? You guys ready? Hold tight, Kenny. I got a long introduction for you, so just sit still. Don't get too eager here. Our guest tonight is in his 3rd NFL season, all with the Packers. He was selected by the Packers in the first round of the 2016 NFL Draft. He made history as a rookie when, at the age of 20, he became the youngest player to appear in a game for the Packers since a 20-year-old Arnie Herber back in 1930. How about that? That's a stat. Our guest tonight tied for the team high in tackles with 9 during Sunday's game against the Redskins. He has produced 5.5 sacks since Week 13 of the 2017 season and has 1 sack and 16 tackles so far this season. He's having a great year so far, right? Our guest tonight also has a quarterback hit, a quarterback pressure, a fumble recovery, and a pass breakup on the season. He did appear in 39 games as a collegiate standout at UCLA, finishing his Bruins career with 164 tackles, 7 sacks, 20.5 tackles for a loss, and earning 3rd-team All-America honors as a junior. Our guest tonight is the proud host of the Kenny Clark Football Camp. He was recently named the Packers Community Service Award winner by the Green Bay Area Chamber of Commerce. Our guest tonight is actually younger than my oldest son. There's another strange stat for you. And our guest tonight is a state champion wrestler. How about that? Let's give a big Clubhouse Live welcome to Green Bay Packers defensive tackle number 97, Kenny Clark. Stomped his big feet all over that ugly Bears welcome mat, Ricardo. Kenny Clark, literally one of the bigger guests we've had on this stage. I mean, right? I mean, we've had some. Howard Green might have been the biggest one back in the day.
I remember Howard Green.
Kenny Clark was there too. But I tell you what, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
But because this is Josh's show and you are Josh's guest, Josh, as always, asked the first question.
Kenny, let's see. What's it like living in Green Bay?
What's it like living in Green Bay?
Compared to California, where you from?
I mean, it's a lot colder, of course. I mean, it's different. It's different. I like it out here though, cause I'm a chill, mellow guy. So, it kind of fits like how I am and what I like to do. I'm still trying to figure out like some activities to do out here. Like I'm not a fisher or a hunter or nothing like that, but I'm still trying to figure out some stuff to do like that. But yeah, I like it out here though.
Maybe some folks could, Ricardo, tweet him some activities.
Yes.
There's biking. You and I could bike together tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. You want to go biking? I like to go biking. Take a nice long walk somewhere and just talk about stuff.
Yeah, you like to eat brand cereal as well.
I do. I'll be having that tonight when I get home. Hey, you're but Northern California though, right? Aren't you?
Southern California.
You are Southern California. Okay, yeah, definitely a lot warmer down there. But I wanted to ask you, so you are the California Interscholastic Federation Wrestling State Champ, senior year, 285 pounds. Do I have that right? Is that the weight class?
Yeah.
You were it was a senior at Wilmer Amina. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, well, Carter High School.
Carter High School in Rialto, California.
Yeah, Carter High School.
Was it did it go the full match, or did you pin, or how did you win that state title?
No, it was an overtime match.
Ooh.
So I won 1-2, and it was actually one of my former teammates that went to UCLA with me. He was an offensive lineman, and I came in as a defensive lineman. We were both committed to UCLA, and both of us ended up making it to CIF and wrestled each other in the finals that year. So I beat him 1-2 in overtime.
In overtime, match. Ricardo, you've covered a number of high school state wrestling championships. That would have been a good one.
The heavyweights are always the best one. You know, it's the last one. At least in Wisconsin, it's the last one, so everybody's eyes are kind of on the big guys wrestling.
Yeah, that's how it is in California. You know, it's the big guys, and usually when they fall hard. So you know, the smaller guys, they don't really fall as hard. So it's kind of boring. But the big guys, you get to see some big slams.
Those smaller wrestlers, though, they're tough with all the technique they know. And but what I want to ask you, what have you taken from wrestling? Like, I suppose things like leverage and technique that it applies to football, right?
Yeah, just like you said, leverage, my hands, and I think more so just more like my mentality going into games, and just everything in life. You know, a lot of days you have those hot days in the wrestling room. And you know, it feels like a sauna in there, and you just battling with another sweaty guy, and y'all in there for hours. It's a mentality thing, and I think it helped me a lot out with like football and stuff like that. Just making sure I go into the right mentality in everything I do.
Now I got to ask the question, of course, that every Packer fan wants to know: you versus Mike Daniels, also a big-time wrestler.
Yes.
One-on-one. It could be like Rocky and Apollo in Rocky 3 when they're boxing at the end in some undisclosed location. Who is going to win that match? Maybe Josh should answer that first.
I don't know. I had to say a tie.
Oh, come on. Well, let me ask Kenny.
I don't like ties, man. But
I'm more. I mean, I think I'll win. I'm more athletic. I'm way more.
You know, Mike Daniels is a friend of the show. You got to bring him back on. We got to bring that up to him. What would be your strategy to take down the big guy?
Using my athleticism.
There we go. I don't think Mike Daniels would like that too much. I think we need to make that happen. But here's something we also need to know. Josh Jones, he's in his what? This is your third show with us this season?
Yes.
He's kind of a mystery man. What is something that we need to know about Josh Jones that nobody seems to know about this guy? I can't find stuff on this guy right now.
Man, we was just talking about that the other day in the dining room. He was telling us how he just he always to himself, and he really is a quiet dude. It's hard to find a lot of stuff that Josh does. He's about his family, his kids and his girl and everything and all that. It's about his family, and that's pretty much, and he handles his business in the weight room and in the classroom, on the field and stuff like that, and that's pretty much it.
Well, that's kind of.
It's hard to find some stuff. It is boring.
That's boring.
It's hard to find stuff on Josh.
That's not. Well, we need a nickname for Josh Jones because all of our previous co-hosts have had nicknames. Ty Montgomery is Bam Bam.
Bam Bam.
John Kuhn was the general. David Bakhtiari, your teammate, we had him for a season. Hollywood, we called him. What can we call Josh Jones?
JJ.
I like that.
That's even more boring.
What was wrong with the Pink Panther?
The pink, yeah, what is up with the Pink Panther? Ty said we're supposed to call him the Pink Panther.
Nah, we can't do that.
What's that all about, Kenny?
Nah, we can't do that.
The Pink Panther.
Apparently that's an inside joke for sure.
I like the JJ. JJ is smooth.
Yeah,
Jazzy
okay. We're gonna move on.
Yeah, that's smooth. I like that.
Jay. No. We'll figure something out as the season goes along. But how about let's turn the tables, Josh?
Yeah.
What do we need to know about Kenny Clark? Because he's sort of a mystery man too. When you start digging stuff up, there isn't a ton out there.
No, like for real. Like, well, Kenny is quiet, man, to himself, honestly. Like, I mean, Kenny, you know what I'm saying? He just quiet, man, go to work, man, and that's it. That's Kenny.
I don't be doing nothing really.
Laid back.
Just
I be in the house playing the game.
That's it, man.
Keep to yourself and just.
Yeah,
come
I just
play
got me a
football.
dog recently.
Got a dog.
Yeah, I just
got rid of my dog. So.
Yeah, I know. You wanted to get rid of your 2-month-old dog.
Y'all ain't want to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't want to. Nobody wanted to take him, so I got rid of him.
Now let me get Kenny. It's either one of two things. You either got a giant dog, right, or you're going to be like you got this big dude who's going to have this little lap dog that cuddles in bed. Yeah. What is it, Kenny?
It's a Cane Corso. It's basically like a massive Italian Mastiff. It's a puppy right now, but it's gonna be huge.
Okay, get that pooper scooper ready in the springtime. You're not gonna like what you're gonna see once that snow melts. So let me tell you that much. I'm gonna kick over to Margaret. She's got her some online questions tonight.
Yep, and first of all, we got people watching from all over the country. Today we've got New Jersey, Alabama, Iowa, North Carolina, Arizona, Minnesota, Illinois, Kentucky, Virginia, South Dakota, and of course, Wisconsin. Nice. And our question today is from Steve on Facebook. He wants to know, Kenny, what is the biggest difference between Dom Capers' defense and Mike Pettin's defense?
Dom Capers and Mike Pettin. I mean, a lot of the fronts and all that are similar. I mean, I don't know. I think our mindset going into the games, I think it's a lot better. I think we're doing a little bit more pressuring the quarterback, yeah, that's really it. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I had to learn was pretty much simple, because you know a lot of stuff that Dom did as far as alignments and the assignments was the same as Coach Pettin's, but I think more so the pressures and the different schemes of things.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for everybody watching so far. Keep watching, keep asking those questions. I want to talk a little bit about yesterday's game and some defensive stuff, obviously, but it's been kind of a little bit of a helter-skelter start defensively, right? You haven't been able to put a full game together yet. You had the slow start against the Bears, but rebound with a real strong finish. And then it was kind of the opposite. Started strong against the Vikings, but then had some issues there towards the end of the fourth quarter and a little bit in overtime. Yesterday, sluggish start off in the first half. You gave up 323 yards and 28 points, but then you limited the Redskins to 63 yards and just 3 points in the second half. So you're showing flashes, you're showing glimpses of being really good, but I guess what changed defensively from the first half to the second half yesterday, and how do you bottle that up and maybe put a full game together as you get ready for the Bills?
That's the most frustrating part about our defense this year, and that's what we're trying to figure out. There's no magical speech that anybody goes into the locker room and says. There's nothing that nobody says. You know, we just go back out there and go back to work. And it's crazy because, like you said, the Bears game, you know, they come out and they score 20 points on us. And, you know, the second half, we limit them to, I don't know how much. I think they had like 150 yards in the first half. And then the second half, they probably had 60, 70 yards in the rest of the second half. The Vikings game, we held them to 7 points the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter we give up 20 points. So I mean that's tough. And then yesterday, you know, they get up on us and then they get 63 yards in the second half. So it's tough. It's something that we got to figure out, and that's why I say that's just the most frustrating part. Like you said, we got a lot of potential, and you can see, you know, we have those glimpses that we can be great, and we can be a great defense when we all come together. We got to just figure out a way to start faster in games, and you know, just come out better, really.
Do you have something? Looked like you were gonna ask a question.
No, man, he covered everything. Perfect.
Well, I was gonna ask, how much does I guess a new defensive coordinator and learning a new system, is that kind of contributing to the ebbs and flows right now, the ups and downs, just still trying to get a feel for everything?
That is it. I mean, a little bit, but I mean, we've been going through this since the spring, you know, and you know, it's a lot of looks that different teams run that we haven't seen, because we can't cover everything from the spring to summer. So a lot of stuff that we see, you know, some of it is the first time of us seeing it, but I mean, it's no excuse. And the thing I love about our team is, like, we never have any type of excuse about how we're doing. We all about getting back to work. So I mean, I'm confident in all of us, and I'm sure we have it all figured out. But that's just the most frustrating part, is those times where we're looking great and everybody's feeling good and we're getting turnovers, we're making plays, getting hits on the quarterback, and there be times where we just giving up big plays. So we got to just figure that stuff out.
You know, Mike McCarthy said afterwards too, it's about, you know, about cleaning up the fundamentals. So from a defensive standpoint, maybe both of you guys can answer this as you watch film today. What are some of those fundamentals defensively that need to be corrected going forward?
With us, as far as the front is concerned, just making sure our hands and stuff is right. It'd be plays sometime where we're getting off the ball and we knocking guys back, and then there'd be some plays where we're catching blocks and we're not coming off as much. So it's a combination of a lot of things, and when everything is inconsistent, that's when you got bad defensive plays, and then when you got 11 guys flowing to the ball and being disruptive all at the same time, that's when you can be really great. So just gotta be more consistent on our fundamentals and techniques.
Josh, what have you seen from the back end as far as fundamentals?
I mean, it's just little stuff here and there. You know, maybe the wrong leverage. You know, guys may not be on the same page. Just stuff like that. I mean, most of it is mental. None of it's you know, getting beat physical. So I mean, that's in my opinion.
All right, let's move on. Ricardo, we got to talk about the hot topic right now. It happened again to number 52, Clay Matthews, another roughing the passer call. What do you guys think? That's the reaction I wanted during the stat pack, actually.
Yes, exactly.
Not crickets. But Clay Matthews, guys, it's a recurring theme on the show throughout the league, roughing the passer. I think we can call it a bogus call, right? Am I going too far? Third quarter penalty, seemed like another textbook tackle, this time on quarterback Alex Smith. What do you guys make of this? I mean, to me, I think the league has made a mockery of the game. I mean, I know, Josh, you kind of expressed yourself a little bit last week, but I mean, Kenny, come on. What are you seeing right now? It's ridiculous.
It's tough, man. It's tough. And anytime you asking us to, I mean, if we coming straight at a quarterback or anybody, you can be doing it on the street right now, and you run up and you tackle somebody and you're facing them. I mean, it's going to be kind of impossible. You're going full speed to kind of like twist your body and you know, fall to the side before the guy gets to the ground. Especially if it's a quarterback, a guy that's not running the ball. Like, you know, say you going face up with a running back, you guys both running head on. You know, the running back is running at you, so you know it'll kind of be more of a collision. When you hit a quarterback is kind of giving up their body. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to kind of look rough. It's going to kind of look bad. It's going to kind of look bad because they're giving up. They're giving up. You know what I'm saying? They're not as strong as us. They're not running for it. They don't have no momentum. So I don't know. It's kind of tough. It's tough, and you know, you seen earlier. I mean, well, yesterday somebody got hurt on the Dolphins.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
Yeah,
right.
Somebody got hurt on the Dolphins trying to not land on the quarterback, end up tearing the ACL. Now they're out for the season. So, yeah, I mean, I think stuff is like that's going to keep happening if we don't try to figure that out.
Yeah, what Kenny's talking about is William Hayes, the defensive end for the Dolphins, out for the season with a torn ACL because the injury occurred as he was trying not to put his body weight on the quarterback. So making a sudden move and screwing things up. Ricardo, what are you thinking over
They're
there?
asking them to defy physics. That's all. That's all they're asking them to do. You know, how can it's not too much to ask.
You know what I would like to ask Kenny to do is to demonstrate a proper quarterback takedown on Ricardo right now. Just go and do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hey, I got
Show us how it's done.
As long as you pay my deductible for insurance, go ahead.
Just pick him up and drive him into this guy because this isn't soft turf here. Hey, Clay Matthews last night, he said that's a football play added later. Unfortunately, this league is going in a direction I think a lot of people don't like. I think they're getting soft. You're nodding your head, Josh. You think things are getting a little soft? What do you think?
I mean, like I said, man, I get, protecting the quarterback and all that, protecting the big money. And, I get that. But, I mean, it's like it's football, man. It's meant to be played rough. I mean, we got on protection, for a reason, so, it's only so much you can try to do, to protect somebody, who's playing a physical game.
And quarterbacks know they know what they signed up for. You know what I'm saying? They've been getting hit since they was however long they've been playing football. You know what I'm saying? It's no difference in the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a thing that the league got to fix because it's gonna be tough and it's gonna be a lot of more guys getting hurt trying to help the quarterback and trying to not fall on the quarterback. It's going to be a lot of guys that's going to get hurt.
Well, let's say you have a free shot at the quarterback on Sunday against the Bills, Josh Allen. Are you going to be thinking last second?
No,
You're
I'm
going
playing
at him.
fast. Nah.
You're going at him.
Yeah. I'm
Deal with the consequences later.
Well, maybe you need to do what Redskins defensive end Darren Payne did to Aaron Rodgers and actually lift him up, spin him, drive him into the turf, and land on him because apparently there's no flag for that. I mean, you guys had to see that too. The discrepancy, the inconsistencies. I think got to be more maddening than anything else right now.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah. It was, it's one of those plays where you got to just be like, got to live with it. And
I feel like, guys like A-Rod should get a certain level of respect in this game. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how you watch the NBA. Guys, the greats like, when Kobe Bryant was playing. Those guys get certain fouls that other guys don't get. You know what I'm saying? A-Rod should get a call that maybe Alex Smith shouldn't get. You know what I'm saying? It's just a level of respect. You know what I'm saying? Because that's top quarterback in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? He should get that call. You know what I'm saying? Not disrespecting the other guy, but it's like, come on now. Certain guys, should get, if you're going to make that rule. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying for the rest of the guys. Because if you're going to make that quarterback rule, then I feel like, a guy like A-Rod should have got that call 100%.
I have a question. As a defensive players, as both you guys are, aren't you a little miffed that all these rules are not really to protect you so much, but offensive players?
Great question, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, man. A lot of people, they watch, football, for all the gadget stuff, the offensive stuff, and obviously we have to do something spectacular on defense for it to really be super. I mean, it's entertaining, don't get me wrong. People, they're entertained by that, but it's like people, they want to see 12, you know what I'm saying? They want to see, Devontae Adams, score. That's what they want to see, and they're trying to, make the game offensive friendly. You know what I'm saying? To protect the entertainment, because if a guy like 12 goes down, it's like, you know what I'm saying? We seen that week one, how it just brought the life out of everybody, Not saying that if a guy, God forbid something happened to a big name guy on the defense, you know what I'm saying, that, somebody wouldn't care, but it's like it'll be worse, if somebody like that happened to 12, you know what I'm saying?
Great point, yeah. The quarterbacks seem to get a little bit more
and I meant for Kenny too, because, they can cut block you, right? And that could end your career right there.
Yeah, they can cut block us, and they can do all that stuff, but we don't get calls for that type of stuff. So it's just a thing that you got to just live with, and just like he said, most fans that's just watching TV and watching the game, they're there to see Aaron, or they're there to see their favorite offensive player score touchdowns and stuff. and that's one of the most entertaining parts of the what's going on. So, NFL is just trying to protect that.
Well, I tell you what, Rosie, get ready to show the video. We got our hands on a teaching point that the NFL has now released about how to properly bring down an NFL quarterback. Rosie, put it on the monitors here and check it out.
Oh, I've seen this.
Slowly lift the quarterback. Gently place, in this case, her down. Make sure you have a pillow, Kenny, next time you do this. And then give the quarterback a kiss on the forehead.
Then you celebrate.
That is textbook. That's how you're supposed to do it.
By the way, that you want me to say it?
Yeah,
Brett?
go ahead.
Who was playing Aaron Rodgers, the 20-year-old female. She's from Appleton. She's Appleton North, Alyssa Grunder.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
And I got to thank, I think it was Sean McGann of Baraboo for really giving us something to think about in terms of how, Kenny, you're supposed to bring down a quarterback. Be gentle.
And
be
don't forget
tender.
the pillow.
That'd be a good one right there.
And don't forget the little kiss on the head, okay? When you're looking at Josh Allen on Sunday, just give him a little peck on the cheek. So last thing, though, well, two more things before we kick over to Margaret for our social media question of the night. But I think Clay said now you're just going to have to go after the ball, right? When you get close, instead of maybe wrapping up, you've got to be looking at swatting the ball. But that's easier said than done.
That's tough, too, though, because the ball, I mean, that's a small target. That's a small target to get to. So, when you're hitting the quarterback, you moving full speed and you're trying to play fast. I mean, if the ball is there and you come from behind the guy, you see the quarterback, take his hand off the ball, you want to strip him. But for, in Clay's, case, when he was coming, forward at him and he's facing the quarterback, that's a small target to really, try to aim for. And then, if Clay aims at the ball and misses, the quarterback can invade him and try to throw the ball out of bounds or whatever. And, they still have the down and distance that they got. So it's just a thing that me personally, it's a thing for me. I'm just going to keep playing fast. I mean, if I get a penalty, I get a penalty. It just is what it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got to play the game, right?
You got to play, yeah.
Last thing, and I'm going to kick it over to Margaret for the social media question tonight. But have you had a chance to reach out to Mo Wilkerson over the last how many 24 hours? I guess it's been over 24 hours.
Yeah, I was texting with him.
Yeah, reports are that he's out for the season with an ankle injury. Looks like a broken ankle. Tough loss, obviously, for you guys. But just talk a little bit about that, number one, and number two. But what can Dean Lowry and Montravius Adams bring in his absence?
I mean, it was a tough play. It happens, though. It happens in football. It's tough, though. It's tough anytime you see, one of your brothers go down, especially if it's a guy that's been in your room and a guy that you develop a relationship with. You never want to see that happen to anybody. So it was just sad to see him go down. And then, I texted with him. He said he's doing all right, and he be getting surgery. Dean and Mon, they're two really good players, and I got the most confidence in Dean. Dean been a starter last year. He's been a starter, so Coach Montgomery always been telling him. Mohammed was always starting, but Montgomery was always telling him Dean's basically a starter on our team. Basically, so. Dean understands that, and he understands he has to step up, and we got the most confidence in Dean. He's been doing it.
All right, how about Kenny Clark and the Pink Panthers so far tonight? Doing good. But I want to kick it over to Margaret. You have our social media question of the night.
Yes, Liam Green on Facebook wants to know, whether it was in college or the NFL, what is the funniest thing you've heard at the line of scrimmage during the pre-snap?
That's for Kenny, I think. What is the funniest thing you've heard pre-snap at the line of scrimmage? There must be some trash talk going on.
I don't know. We used to I know at UCLA, and you see it a little bit in the league, but more when I was at UCLA, we started calling people if we felt like we had an advantage on a certain offensive lineman, we always call that guy the fish. So we'd walk up, and whoever felt like they had an advantage on the guy, we just tell them like, that's the fish, and we align up and rush up on that guy. So as far as like trash talking, and I mean a lot of stuff is like Mike D, but he do a lot of cussing and stuff, so I don't want to.
It's a family show. It's a family show.
Yeah, it's a family show, so I don't really want to go into all that. But I heard some crazy stuff, but I can't say it. I heard.
Ask Mike Daniels to tell you his air conditioner story time sometime. That's real fun too.
Cheap.
Very cheap. Doesn't like to pay his electric bills. All right. Well, what does Liam win, Margaret?
For having his question selected, Liam wins a signed photo of Kenny Clark. Each week we'll ask you to submit a question for our upcoming guests that we'll ask live during Monday's show. We'll open it up each week on facebook.com/clubhouselive.
All right, let's take another time out. Ricardo, it's time for trivia question number 2, and you are asking.
I am, so I need you guys to look out in the crowd, see who raises their hand. Green Bay Packers president Mark Murphy suited up for the Redskins in all 8 of his NFL seasons. What position did he play?
Ooh, what do you got? Josh Jones. Yes, safety is correct. He gets the bell. He's right here to grab his pizza and beer. Played safety in the NFL, Ricardo. Murphy won 2 Super Bowls with the Redskins. How about that? And was named the Packers president in December of 2007. All right, we need AJ and we need Dale because it's time for tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge. And we're going to play it right after this 30-second timeout.
Concrete Cutters is the area's leader in egress window installation. Egress windows are a critical safety requirement in any finished lower level, and no one offers Concrete Cutters' combination of experience and technology. Concrete Cutters is a distributor of Rockwell egress window wells, bringing natural light into your basement and creating a safe, easy exit in an emergency. Rockwell products are built to last and come with a 10-year limited warranty. Learn more about egress window installation at concretecutters.net. Give us a call or stop in and see us at 1020 Prospect Lane in Kaukauna.
Live challenge. As you can see, we have transformed our desk into a ping pong area. We've got AJ, we've got Dale, and these will be your playing partners tonight in the sense that basically you're going to try to win something for these guys. Now, AJ is with Josh, Dale is with Kenny, and it's backed by popular demand, Ricardo. It is Packers ping pong, right?
All right, do it up.
We've got to play a little ping pong tonight, and it's pretty easy, guys. The first player to win 5 points wins the game. Now, you guys can't help play, but you can cheer them on, maybe give them some coaching instruction if you feel it's necessary.
Brett, we're going to need those microphones off the...
Yeah, we'll move those microphones in a second. Now, the winner tonight, and this is what you guys are playing for, the winner will go home with this cool Packers 100 Seasons pennant, right? That's pretty cool, Ricardo. Bears don't have anything like that.
Next year.
This cool Josh Jones signed photo and an MVP CD, thanks to Eric Lives here in the front man, Mike Thiel. It has our theme song on there. Now, the loser tonight, we don't say loser, runner-up.
The non-winner.
The non-winner tonight, because it is a politically correct society, after all. It's a tender, it's a participation society. They go home with the signed photo and the MVP CD. All right, so it's that simple. Now, you got to let me get out of the way here, guys, so I don't want to get into your game. So I'm going to move some stuff out of the way. I'm going to move the CD. I'm going to hold this. Don't touch my script now. That's very important. And this is what I'm going to do. So it's up to 5. Yep, get a ping pong out of there. And who wants Josh to win tonight? Who wants Kenny to win tonight? Oh, Josh.
Oh.
All right, on the count of 3, I'm going to get off the stage. 1, 2, 3. Josh Jones, you start. Oh, 1-0, Josh Jones. Oh. Well, you get another chance there, Kenny. Okay, 1-1 tie.
All right.
Here we go. Okay, 2-1, Josh Jones. We got the ping pong back here. Josh has got it. Whoa, 2-2.
Oh. Is it 2-2 now? 2-2.
Okay, 3-2, Josh Jones. 4-2, Josh Jones. This could be it right here. Uh-oh, 4-3. We're out of ping pong, so we got one handy. There we go. This is riveting. Oh, 4-4. Here it comes. game, set, championship point right here. Packer ping pong. Oh, Kenny Clark comes back to win the game. Rosie, some championship music, please.
You know, you got to let the guests win. You know.
So that means Dale's going home with the pennant tonight. Mr. Concrete Cutters, there you go. A signed photo of Josh Jones and the MVP CD. AJ, you're still going home with a signed photo and the MVP CD. How about a round of applause for tonight's contestants? Josh Jones, we'll just leave that. What happened?
Yeah, you know.
What happened up there?
Started off strong, you know, couldn't finish.
You got too confident is what happened. I'm going to get my pen. Yeah, you disgraced.
Don't do that.
You disgraced my Spurs hat.
You know, I did blow a 3-1 lead, man. I did.
But I tell you what, Kenny, we're going to start winding down here. We're going to start wrapping up. But you look like a man that has a man cave at your place. You got a man cave, a shrine to yourself. You're always looking at yourself, staring at yourself.
Nah, I don't know about all that, but I just got my little I got a what's it called, a sectional. I got a sectional, my basement. Got a TV back down there. I'm trying to fix it up. Trying to figure some stuff out. So.
We got some stuff for you. We have got some presents for you. We got some things to put on your man cave wall, and I'm going to start out by giving you. This is a great picture here of Nick Perry and Kenny Clark going after Russell Wilson. There, we got it on the monitor. Oh, that's not the right one. It's a different one. There it is on the monitor. We've got you chasing down the former Badger, Russell Wilson. We don't like him anymore anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then what I always do, I always go old school with pictures. Here's Kenny Clark from his UCLA days. Look at that.
Whoa!
This might have been, is this a Rose Bowl?
Huh?
Was this in the Rose Bowl?
Well, it's in the Rose Bowl.
In the Rose Bowl.
Not the Rose Bowl game, but
it's
in the Rose Bowl.
Is that Boise State you're going
No,
to?
it's Paxton Lynch.
Oh, that's right,
Memphis.
Paxton Lynch. Yep, absolutely. Trying to bring down the quarterback gently. Actually, in the college games, you can bring him down as hard as you want. And then I got an MVP CD for you, Kenny Clark.
Thank you.
So I can't wait for the invite to see how the man cave's looking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's up with these guys? They all think I'm creepy or something. Ricardo, looks like you got another audience question.
Yeah, I do. You know this guy, Brett. This is Dale from
his
Concrete
show
Cutters.
tonight.
Yeah,
It's his show.
Your question for Kenny, Dale. Go ahead.
Growing up, who was your hero or who did you look up to the most?
Growing up, who did I look up to the most? Growing up, I was like a big Ray Lewis fan. So, you know, my dad, he introduced me to football and stuff like that. So, watching his leadership and the defenses he was a part of in the 2000s and when they won the Super Bowl, you know, that was something that, you know, I dreamed about, you know, doing and stuff like that. I love the passion that he played with, and loved how he led his team, and that's one of the guys I looked up to growing up.
All right, thank you very much for the question, Dale. A few more things to talk about. Kenny, I said in the intro that you were named the Packers Community Service Award winner by the Green Bay Area Chamber of Commerce. You're involved in a lot of different community events. Took part in the annual tailgate tour this past spring, getting to see all the Packer fans around. I guess why is giving back important to you? Why do you do so much in the community?
I mean, giving back it's always important. You know, just you know, I like to help kids. I like to help everybody. Just feel like, you know, I'm happy, and I feel like I got something to give to people, and you know, God asked me. I mean, God, He brought me here to give, and I was just trying to do my best, trying to figure out different ways to involve myself in the community. I'm a real quiet person, and I stay mostly to myself, but you know, I try my best to stay, just stay in, and you know, try to figure out ways that you know, I can you know, put myself in people's lives and you know, help change people's lives.
Very nice, yeah. I mentioned the tailgate tour this past spring. You were on the trip with Mark Murphy, Blake Martinez, Ty Montgomery was there, Rob Davis, Antonio Freeman, Bubba Franks. I guess what were some of the memories and experiences you took in hanging out in the coach bus and driving all over the Midwest? I guess you went to Iowa, I think.
Yeah.
Just all around. What
Yeah,
did you think about that?
there's a couple of different places we went. It was fun. It was real fun. Got a chance to go to different like high schools and different events. Got a chance to meet Murphy on a different level, and Rob Davis and Antonio and those guys. Got a chance to meet like some of the Hall of Famers and meet them on a different level. So and it was cool. It was a cool chance to bond with Ty and Blake while we were out there. So it was cool. It was real cool. I enjoyed it. We had fun, and we came up and surprised a lot of kids. A lot of them, they put them on what was it called, like the assembly or whatever, and they had them out there like a fire drill or something, and they didn't know we were coming, and we came on the bus. We got out the bus, surprised the kids, and it just put a lot of smiles on their faces, and it was always cool to see that.
You mentioned Mark Murphy, Ricardo. He is on the competition committee, and now you guys are acting like you're tight now. You and Mark Murphy are tight. Maybe you want to go into his office tomorrow and say, "Hey, let's get this roughing the passer nonsense cleared up."
I'm sure he's working on that right now.
Yeah, he better be, right? Last thing, Micah Hyde and the Buffalo Bills are coming to town on Sunday. Josh, I'll ask you, uncommon opponents. What are the challenges? You're used to the Bears, you're used to the Vikings, Lions, a lot of the NFC teams, but the Bills, you only play once every 4 years. So what are the challenges that brings in getting ready for them?
I would say, just a lot of things that you've never seen before, obviously from formation-wise, play-wise, route combinations, obviously all the unscouted looks that they'll give you. It's just a team that you don't usually see, and you don't prepare for it like we do, like Vikings twice a year, Lions twice a year, Bears twice a year, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of different. But it should test our, fundamentals and all that. So
I'm sure they have your attention after going into Minneapolis and winning 27-6 over the Vikings. That was a stunner without a doubt. Ricardo, I think this game screams of lack of energy from the Green Bay faithful, doesn't it, on Sunday? This is your chance to send your pleas to the Packer fans to bring the energy at Lambeau Field on Sunday, right? You're gonna need those guys.
No, I mean they always do. I mean, for all the fans that attend the game, they always pretty loud. Bring the energy and the spark that we need sometimes.
It's a rookie quarterback too, so
Yeah, get them a little rattled out there.
We got to rattle a rookie quarterback.
And don't start doing the wave when the Packers are on offense. Okay, that is not acceptable. You be quiet on offense, do the wave on defense, and have some fun. How about Kenny Clark and Josh Jones tonight? Ricardo, we're going to skip trivia question number 3. Let's move right on to up north. Sunday's Packers-Bills game at Lambeau Field. What are you picking?
Now, listen, I picked the Packers to win last week, and that didn't happen. So I'm going with the Bills this week, Rose, if you want to put it up. Who even plays for the Bills? I don't know. Thurman Thomas will have a big game. Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
Andre Reed will catch a touchdown. Bruce Smith will have a sack.
Marv Levy's the coach, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm
James
going
Lofton,
with.
yeah.
James Lofton, yes.
Well, you know what? I usually don't have the hat here, but I'm going to put we're not giving this away tonight, but in old, I guess, Clubhouse Live tradition, I'm putting the Packer hat on, everybody. How does it look? Green Bay's winning 27-21. The Bills, they look good, but I just think that was kind of a flash in the pan type deal. I think the Packers are going to come out. I think you guys are going to start fast this week. I think it's your turn to kind of get out in a quick start, get a nice lead.
Oh, so we got you, man. We got you.
Yes, and I think it's actually going to be 27-21. Sounds closer than what I think the game is really going to be. I think Green Bay wins, goes to 2-1-1. Mean Gene, do you like it? I love it. Yes, sir. Hey, Ricardo, what do you guys think? Do you like it? I think Aaron Jones is going to have a nice day too. He's going to have 100 yards rushing. All right, Ricardo, the Packers News app.
Yes, with exclusive commentary, insider analysis, and award-winning photos and videos from USA Today Network, Wisconsin's Packers coverage team. The Packers News app is your one-stop shop for complete coverage of the Green Bay Packers. The app is available for iPhone and Android users only. Again, Motorola Razr, get an upgrade.
All right, I want to say a special thank you to our sponsors, Shopco, the official hometown store of the Green Bay Packers, Potawatomi Hotel and Casino, that is our Clubhouse Live Challenge sponsor. Thursdays at Potawatomi, win a Caribbean cruise during the Island Time giveaway this October and November. More at paysbig.com. Also want to thank Concrete Cutters, serving our communities for over 38 years. Escort Limousine Service, the preferred limousine service of the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, finally, the Paper Valley Hotel. Josh, the Pink Panther Jones, fellow Spurs fan, soon-to-be close friend of mine, you have the final word tonight.
I just want to tell y'all, hang in there. I know it's a tough loss. Keep the faith, like always. Obviously, it's a long season, and hope to see some of you guys at the game Sunday. Stay blessed and go Pack Go.
There you go. Yeah. Keep those claps coming for Kenny, for Josh, for Ricardo, for Margaret, and the Clubhouse Live crew. I'm Brett Christopherson saying so long. Be back here next Monday night at 6:30 as we celebrate a big Packers victory over the Buffalo Bills with this guy, Green Bay Packers safety, number 27, Josh Jones. Mean Gene, take it away. Hey, stick